gave your bishop's hat a good polish.
What are you two talking about then?
Ah, the worthy gent is interested in our discourse. An honor indeed.
What's your name?
My name is Henry.
Then sit, noble Enrico, and give your verdict on our dispute.
Aye, don't be shy. Come and sit with us.
It's Henry. H-E-N... whatever.
Ah, any tanner or bathhouse boy could be called Henry. Enrico is nobilissimo.
Oh, for the love of God. Will you just tell me what you were discussing?
It's just that my dear friend George here is a vulgar louse who knows as much about the art of poetry as a baying donkey.
To tell the truth, my last encounter with verse didn't end all that well.
Really? Come on, let's discuss it over a beer.
Man to man, poet to poet.
But I wouldn't exactly say I was...
Sit.
So, are you going to tell me what you're talking about?
It's about nothing less than the very essence of the art of poetry.
And also about the fact that Michael here hasn't got his oats for ages and it's got his brain in a twist.
Kindly ignore our friend George here. He's been a simple soul ever since he was dropped on his head as a baby.
Freedom. I figured out poetry ain't to be found in inspiration from the muse. All the truth in the world is right there in ale, roast pig, and fucking.
To the point where fornication and drinking leave no time for actual composing. Better to forego the pleasures of the flesh and give oneself to art. Onorate l'altissima poeta.
Aye, aye. Keep your hair on, mate. As I said, he's not in his right mind. He once met an Italian poet, and ever since he thinks he's Dante Alighieri.
Alighieri, you dolt. So what do you think, Enrico? Where should a poet seek inspiration?
Why go looking for muses when the whole of God's green earth is filled with inspiration? Like George says, wine, women and song. That's the only poetry you need.
I told you so. Let's drink to that. However you look at it, you, my friend, as a worldly...
And highborn.
clever...
Experienced.
intrepid...
Unique.
in short, just the right fella.
You might be able to help us out with something.
What are you after?
Enrico, we are in need of an adventurer.
My name's Henry. H-E-N... something...
In short, Enrico, we're in need of an adventurer, a man of action, a man of goodwill, a man of knowledge, a man.
A fucking good fella.
A fellow who helps his fellow man. Aspiring minstrels.
If only you knew, mate, what genius is sleeping in our throats. Songs just waiting for a voice to raise you to the heights of glory.
Imagine it. An ode to Henry, the hapless, hoe-wielding hero, harassing the heartless hordes of
Humans?
That's it! Hark, Henry the Lionheart! The only thing missing for you to achieve glory is...
A lute! We need a lute!
All right, but where would I even get a thing like that?
In the words of the poet, una volta corre il cane, e una altra la lepre. He who seeks shall find. Or something like that.
And finding it won't be hard. We've done a bit of snooping, and there's only one in these parts.
It's hanging all forlorn on a wall at the carpenters in Trosky. The house directly opposite the Rathaus.
It ain't no use to him, but he won't sell it, the tight ass.
While if it were in our hands...
In our hands, it will sing like a nun on Sunday.
And it will be the torch lighting our way from this provincial purgatory to the gates of Kuttenberg.
Torch? Shit, you want to fucking burn it?
It's a metaphor, you ignorant oaf.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Please just quieten down for a bit. I heard you've got a really fine lute.
Aye, a lovely piece, God's truth. A rich Kuttenberg gent brought it in for repair. He hasn't been back to pick it up yet. Maybe he ran out of coin. The lute itself is worth a fair few groschen, and my repairs won't come cheap either.
Tell you what, how about you sell me that lute?
I told you, it's not mine to sell. How would I explain that to the gent who brought it to me?
But what if he never comes back? You yourself said he ran out of coin, didn't you?
I said maybe. Do you think anyone would trust me with the repairs again if word got out I was selling off their stuff?
Come on. Anything can be sold if the price is right.
Not this time, friend. I'm an honest craftsman.
Who's that old fella who's always sitting in the carpentry shop? What's he doing there?
Oh, that's just my old man. He worked there his whole life, and now he can't tear himself away from it. At least he keeps an eye on the place in case of thieves. If only he didn't booze so much.
Well, he's worked his whole life, so he deserves the occasional drink, doesn't he?
Occasional? He'd let the devil himself through the door if he was carrying a flagon of mead.
You really won't sell me that lute?
How many times? No, I won't. Now leave me be.
A nice instrument. Maybe I should learn to play it and become a wandering minstrel.
What kind of pig was sitting here?
Same to you.
Oh, you pooch.
I've got that lute for you.
Incredible! Magnificent! Fascinating.
You really got it! Give me that lovely thing so I can fondle her.
Such a noble instrument is just begging to celebrate art and life.
It's like it's saying, hey, with me in your hands, you'll be able to grab any wench you want.
How can you take such a fine thing and abuse it for vulgar gain?
Abuse? No, friend. Put to good use.
Come on, play me something, will you?
Give me a moment. I just have to hold it like this, and...
What's that you have there? Hey, let me see. How the hell do you hold it? Ah. Oh, Anna has tiny tits, like a pair of cherry pits. Uh-oh.
Christ, no!
The idiot broke the strings!
Calm down, these things happen.
I'm sorry, but... mate, I'll best be off now, eh?
Fuck! Shit! You fucking whoreson! Your ma should have dumped you on the manure heap the moment you were born. What's gonna happen with that loot?
Use it for firewood. It'll burn nicely with that lacquer.
What? Henry, sick him! I mean, give him what for?
Hey, why don't we all just simmer down? After all, it was an accident.
Yeah, of course it was an accident. Then I wanted to give it a stroke.
There you go. Now apologise nicely and clear off.
All right. I'm sorry. Sorry. Forget me. Forgive me. Forget it.
Now what are we supposed to do? Without strings, it's just firewood, you know?
Our dreams are shattered. The rose-tinted skies of glory are obscured by dark clouds. We'll be toiling in filth till we breathe our last.
Farewell to Kuttenberg, farewell to you lovely city damsels.
We could replace those strings with new ones, couldn't we?
Look, old pal, Henry himself is offering to lend a hand.
The hunter Vostatek told me once that he made some strings for someone. He can make some for us.
Vostatek? I know him. In fact, he owes me.
Really? Damn. Too bad he doesn't owe us. Who knows what he'll charge me and Michael for the strings?
Sometimes the price is just too high to pay.
Especially when you ain't got a groschen to your name.
All right. I'll go and see what he says.
All praise and glory to you. May you and all your kin be honored for 7 generations for all you have done for us unfortunate artists.
Excuse me.
My, what a beautiful horse.
Whoa!
Good day.
I'm trying to get strings for a lute, and I hear you know all about that.
I do, but it ain't so straightforward. You have to sacrifice an animal for that.
You mean an altar? Candles, mysterious chanting and stuff?
Nah, nothing like that. You just have to get a sheep, find the thinnest gut, and weave strings from it. You can eat the rest.
I don't know how to gut animals.
Well, you're just gonna have to learn. Run along to the woods and bag a deer or a few hares, eh? You won't get much of any use out of them at first, but after a bit of practice, you'll get there.
And meanwhile, I'll clear half your forest of game.
You'd have your work cut out, lad. But if you'd rather, you can always buy those guts from a butcher.
All right, I'll get the guts somewhere.
The Takov folk have sheep aplenty. If you killed one, they wouldn't even notice. It would serve that bastard Project right anyway. He's put up the price of his liquor again.
What did you say I need for the strings?
Guts, you giblet. Kill a sheep, open it up, gut it. Easy as pie. Take care, friend.
What did you say I need for the strings?
Guts, you giblet.
Do you buy wolf ears?
That's right. You get a few groschen for every dead animal.
Once I've killed one, I'll come and see you.
Farewell, my friend.
Good afternoon.
Show me your wares.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
Quick!
Greetings to you.
I've got that sheep gut for you.
I hope you killed the poor creature before you pulled it out of its rectum. Or did you chicken out and buy it somewhere? Not that I care. Wait here a while and I'll make them strings for you.
Jesus Christ be
Proper
praised.
poetry, innit?
I got those strings for you.
Ah, how the hills shall ring out in gladness to their glorious sound.
We'll fix the lute and head off for Kuttenberg, fame and fortune. All praise to you, friend.
Right. I hope that's all you need.
If only, Henry, old pal. It's just there's still one little fuck-up. Friend, we have a problem. The innkeeper doesn't want us to leave. Says Kuttenberg isn't the place for us.
Can you imagine? He who never set foot outside his village wants to block 2 free souls in their path to fame.
And fortune.
And recognition.
And under the skirts of town maidens.
Beast. In short, dear friend, you must have a word with him. You're worldly wise. He's sure to listen more to you than to us.
Hang on. How can the innkeeper keep you from going anywhere?
Well, you know, he's incapable of grasping that the artistic soul needs to fly as free as a bird.
Aye, he's an
Ignoramus.
Besides, we owe him a bit of coin.
He lets you two drink on credit? How so?
Because he's a damn crook.
He knows we can't pay back our debt outright, but he counts every wretched sip we take and adds it to the burden we have to shoulder.
But why don't you pay him back then?
That's just it. We'd love to. We could always scrape together a few groschen.
But it's not coin he's after. He wants us to work off our debt.
Well, why don't you just up and run for it?
And sully our honour? Never.
And also, the innkeeper would tell the bailiff and he'd come looking for us. We don't want to end up in the stocks.
Good day to you. Good day.
I'll have a word with him and we'll see what happens.
That's the spirit.
Let's drink to that!
God bless you.
God bless you.
I hear Michael and George have run up a small debt with you.
A small debt? They owe me a whole heap of work, my friend. A month ago, I told them to dig a hole for shit behind the barn, and I'm still waiting. There's a privy there, but now it's full. The shit has nowhere to go but downhill. It's flowing down to the bathhouse. The other day, they promised that if I poured them a drink, they'd haul sacks of chaff to the barn. They boozed for free all night and swathed down sausages till they were as greasy as a cart axle. But that chaff is still out in the damp and rain.
Can't they just pay what they owe you?
This has nothing to do with the coin. Those two need to learn some responsibility. Damn their idle hands. Nothing can cure their laziness but labour.
So, haul some sacks and empty the latrine. And then the debt is paid?
Aye, but I'll bet my boots that even if those two miraculously got off their asses, they'd still manage to rack up another debt in no time.
What is it Michael and George have to do to pay off their debt?
Haul sacks of chaff to the wagon and empty the overflowing latrines. Once that's done, we'll be quits.
Couldn't someone else do the work instead of Michael and George? They'd just do a shoddy job anyway. You know them.
Well, they'd have to do it again then. I'm telling you. Until the chaff's undercover and the latrine's clean enough to eat out of, them two owe me.
Forget about those two fools. You're not responsible for their upbringing. A decent pile of coin could smooth everything over, couldn't it? I'll give you the coin for some hired hand to do the job.
Well, that pile of groschen will have to be mighty big. Cleaning out the privy's going to be a nasty job. We won't get anywhere like this. That work is still waiting.
Good doggy. Good boy.
God grant you health. God grant you health.
Damn, this is throwing my back out. From my neck to my arse. At least it's done. Oh, good grief. What on earth are they eating to shit this out? I should have ditched those songsters ages ago.
Well, I'm
What's
upstairs
that
showing my
dreadful
sense of rhythm.
The jobs have been done. Like you wanted.
But I gather from the stench you did it all by yourself. And those two dolts didn't lift a finger again, did they? Fuck. How is that supposed to drum the idleness out of them?
It won't. But what can you do?
Nothing. The job's done, so the debt is settled, I suppose. Michael and George can go to the devil for all I care.
Thanks. I'm sure they'll be delighted.
Sooner or later, someone will wring their necks anyway. Not everyone will be as soft on them as me.
I've squared things with the Innkeeper. Your debt's been settled.
Our saviour! We knew you'd support our artistic souls and save our mortal bodies.
May your name live in glory!
Your glory shall be sealed by the song we wrote for you.
Oh my god, what have you done?
Fuck yeah! For you and about you, our hero!
Definitely not going to sing those words, right?
Which words?
You know exactly what
I'm
words.
just joking. Right, you ready?
Can't tune the strings.
You've got one job. Good? Right.
When it seems you're out of luck,
There's just one man who gives a fuck.
a friend who'll never leave you stuck. Now who can that friend be?
Well,
Ludiak?
Henry, our hero Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man. Henry, reliable Henry, he gets the job done the best he can. Oh, oh, oh. Watch out, here we go. Oh, oh, oh. I can't hear you in the back.
When you want to string your lute and drum it with your plectrum, who will pull a sheep gut out through the creature's rectum? Oh, Henry, we thank you, Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man. His fellow man! Henry, let's drink to Henry. He gets the job done the best he can. Yeah!
So, how did you like it?
Weren't we fantastic? I tell you, that lute really gave it a punch.
I'd say we were incomparable. Chi la dura la vince. You can't keep a good man down. The world awaits us.
Awaits us with open arms.
Absolutely great. Amazing. Breathtaking.
Ha ha! I knew it!
If our first song is so successful, just imagine how our next one will be received.
We'll conquer the fucking world!
Dear Enrico, thank you for everything. It's time for us to shake the dust of this God-forsaken place off our feet and seek our fortune in the big wide world.
Kuttenberg, here we come!
New life, here we come.
Hey, where's that beer?
I wish you good fortune. Maybe we'll meet again one day.
If you come to Kuttenberg, you will surely hear of us. Farewell.
Farewell!
Christ, you... How can I help you?
My body is in need of rest and relaxation.
Aye, I can smell it from here.
I'd like to get to know one of your pretty bathmates.
Don't worry. Once my girls get their hands on you, you'll forget all your sorrows. At least for a little while.
I can't wait.
All right, but money up front.
I'll gladly pay you.
Wonderful. You'll see. You'll be happy to come back here.
That second round was on the house. See you next time, handsome.
You silly doggy.
Bring me something to
Where's
eat.
the steak gone?